beats are the purest, prove it. These beats are the purest, prove it, prove it.
And welcome everybody to Overwatch Clash Season 9, Stage 1, Week 3. Our final day of matches here for the first stage is going to conclude tonight. So, a lot on the line for most of these teams here looking for that final placement into that second stage. This match specifically, having a lot on the line here. The winner will be advancing into the second group, where the loser will fall to third. So, fairly impactful match here, War. I know that we're excited for this one, considering that the winner of this goes into our division, so we're watching very closely both these two teams go at it here.
Yeah, and I've definitely watched both these two teams, Prague, Savage Storm, both 1-1, both have a map diff of 2. I think this is going to be a pretty equalized match. I would not be surprised to see it's a best of 5, even if a team goes up 2 at the start. I would still not be surprised to say best of 5, because I think these two teams can be very swingy. They have a lot of unique comps with definitely some off-rolling that I think we're going to see a little bit of on both sides right now. Starting off, we have the Sanemi on the support, Spacemaker on the support as well. So these teams are very interestingly formed, and I'm very excited to see how this match pans out.
Yeah, always excited to see where, you throw Mardox or Season 8 MVP, where they decide to flip them in for the Prague Plague. But, of course, another one to look for in this is going to be Dire, of course, the very high skill tank and can play multiple roles. Can't really ban Dire out. And, of course, the big question is just where does Met go in here, because Met was a player taken fairly high in the draft for auction value, but traded before the first match, but has done very well so far for the Savage Storm. Of course, was traded for Nesquix to make the SR work a little bit better here, so sort of the two standout players there for them. And the one as well for the Prague Plague, been a huge surprise for me, has been Annex 2. They might just in fact be the GOAT, because they came in, I believe they're plat across basically every role, and they have been a standout performer here for their Prague Plague so far in the first 2 weeks at least, lighting up the kill feed on multiple occasions.
Yeah, that was the last pick for the Plague. It was the person that... Oh, whoopsie. You can hear me, right? Sorry. Yeah. That was the person that, filled out their entire team, and they've been putting up really good numbers, and I think good DPS combination with somebody like Strudel, who's, I guess, more known for the support role. So, as you hop into this first map of Saravasa, what are you expecting to see from both these teams, Booney?
Well, the fact that the Savage Storm got the map pick and then chose a flashpoint, we were kind of questioning it in the Breaker War, because a lot of teams like to, when they get that first map pick, especially for map number 1 or 2, go to their hybrid or escort of choice, but we're going to flashpoint force, which is sort of one of the map types that you don't really feel like you need to pick the map for, because there's so few options. A lot of teams prefer Saravasa as well, so it's almost a guarantee you'll play it. But opting in for that second ban, and we're going to have the Prague Plague took that first ban and banned out the Lucio, which, when you see that they have the Sanemi Nort Logic backline, makes a lot of sense for them, actually, because they're probably going to play a double flex look, potentially asking for more Brawly style with Marnox over on that tank. But Dire will say, I don't need Lucio when I'm going over on the Wrecking Ball, and with the Wu Yang Kiri backline, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Nort Logic to get the damage value because of the lack of the cooldowns. No Tidal Rush, no wave to push them away, because Dire will be a problem in your backline here. We'll see what Strudel comes out, potentially go over on the Venture. I saw that in the warm-up scrim, and it looked fairly good for him, so we shall see. Pokemon Guy will start over on towards the Sojourn here. Met swaps to the Tracer, and there is the Venture. So it's going to be Dire and Met. That combo I mentioned at the beginning of this game will be the highlights for the Savage Storm as we go into our first point here of Saravasa. Marnox in position on the point for a little bit here. Nothing really too happening just of yet. Dire getting set up for an engagement. Big slam on the point. Force Annex to fall very low here. So that Genji 1 HP. Normally forced to go into awkward position to keep that Genji afloat, but Met will be forced away for a couple seconds here. But Marnox first to fall, so down that tank. Dire is not completely free to go into the back line. Strudel trying to mark on this racer on the side. But it's going to be 2 picks earlier for Savage Storm. And so they're going to get first cap here as well.
Yeah, one of the things that I like a lot about what Savage Storm are doing, they're running this 3-man backline Spacemaker, Pokemon Guy, and Hyper, and I think we've seen that a lot throughout these games, and it's really going to be tough to do now that you're making the swap over onto the DV of the double dive DPS in the Venture and the Genji as well, but they have to control a lot of space and make sure that each dive doesn't punish them.
Yeah, swapping off the border as well over on the Brigitte. Not something we see Nort play very often here, so a new look now for the Prague Plague. Aggressive dive in the backline for the DPS of the Prague Plague does find value here as Hyper has fallen. The point flips for free, which is surprising considering the stall potential of the Tracer and the ball. able to get that one in for free, but a fairly quick exchange there, and it's going to be the Savage Storm retreating as probably will equalize on percentage here with just one early pick.
Yeah, luckily the early pick is the Curie, so you can get back into the fight pretty quickly. You already see Hyper spamming down a bit from main. No ult online just yet. Dire's going to be the closest to that Met. It's going to be soon to follow. We'll see if they can get active with it, if they can build it in a long fight here.
Met was forced to recall here fairly early though, but a Suzu exchange out from Senemi, so a lot of cool ones being exchanged, but no pick found. Just a Dire being used over on the point. Does have the minefield ready to be unleashed at any moment here. Looking for a go up on the high ground here. Just lay that down and will separate Nortlogic in those minefields. The Brig in top position, 1 HP, but survives nonetheless. The move from Dire is just enough to get down to 1, but healing from Senemi keeps Nortlogic standing. NX2 not so lucky. They lost the Genji here. The engagement with Strudel with this Tectonic Shock has been lost, but it's been taken out from Pokemon Guy. Quickly exchange 93% here for the side of the Plague. They have touched the point here, going for it last second. Do they have it? They have it with Met for 1 second longer. Oh, the Pulse was going to land on Nortlogic the second they pop the rally. A loss of support ultimate there for the Prague Plague might be devastating, but Spacemaker signed to opt in to use this Wu Yang title rush on themselves to stay afloat. But you've lost 3 ultimates there for them, exchange for the 3 on the other side. Both were almost being invested. Struggles are on a Sombra. Put a little more pressure on towards Dire here. No more Venture shenanigans.
Yeah, this is telling me that Dire's just doing a lot to the backline. You're swapping onto the Brig and to the Sombra. You're playing a lot more to, I guess, kill these engages and cut them out before they can get too much value, rather than, like, putting these hits on the backline. You can see that I feel like the Flag were struggling with that a little bit going into these final fights.
Pokemon Guy was caught out there, forced to slide and forced out a Suzu from Hyper early in the fight. So that's the engagement tool here for the Diva of Murdoch's. But Strudel down for Pokemon Guy. Now the overclock does get invested here. The point does flip into chaos. Pokemon Guy taking down some more for one exchange on DPS here. Marks has lost the mech, has the self-destruct, get back just in time, but Nortlogic continues to walk forward here. No reason to be afraid anymore. Aspergita, it's just Dire and Hyper trying to control his point as possible as they can. Dire falling so low here. Suzu as well onto Hyper is not going to be enough. As Mars gets that kill, Flip comes through, Plague take it 99-92.
Yeah, and you can see Spacemaker making the swap over onto the Brig Curie. So now we have Big Curie mirror on both sides. I believe that comp is getting a little bit of playtime in, as we get a pause here. I believe that comp is getting a little bit of playtime in OWCS, specifically against the Diva, and maybe also a few of those other dive tanks like the Ball, the Winston, things like that. So interesting to see it. This was my first time seeing it like fleshed out in Aurora.
I think we would probably be seeing Curie Lu if Lu wasn't banned. That's probably why we're seeing it. Not a lot of teams have actually banned Lucio so far this season, which is probably why we're not seeing this one. But yeah, I mean, I can see the Brigitta's kind of dealing with this Diva and Ball perhaps a little bit better. You would like to speed around your Diva, but still a viable look. We do have a pause coming through here from Senemi as well, so potentially a bit of a disconnect error coming through for the Prague Plague. Looking quickly at the ultimates, we are going to have the Minefield from Dire here once again. X2 does have this Blade finally online. And with no supports to back it up on the other side, no big defensive ultimates to shut that down, and Dire not really a frontline tank, it will be enough for this Blade if NX2 can get in the back line to probably find at least 2 picks. We shall see. Alright, looks like we are back in action here momentarily. Just a couple of seconds. And there we go. Perhaps. There we go.
Yep.
I'm surprised Pokemon Guy hasn't swapped to, say, like a Cassidy as well. I don't know. The Sojourn, there's really isn't too much to follow up on because Dire and Met do enough of the follow-up on their own. They're kind of not out of your LOS. You're playing down main all the time. So I would surprised not see a Cassidy try to help out the support line just a little bit more. Potentially a swap later on, but all eyes on this Blade.
The entire point of the Sojourn is you want to build that rail. You can't really do that into the Diva. I mean, you have deflect for the Genji, and you're not going to be able to hit the Sombra. As Met's recall gets forced a little bit early. Dire does have the mines. See if he wants to go early with that, but the Blade's going to come in first.
The Blade is there, but the Suzu will keep the Brigade safe for a couple seconds there. Spacemaker, and there's my 2 ults calling. No Strabuna strikes again, but right now, Hyper Fun so low on the back end. Minefield still on the point here. Point does flip for the Savage Storm. Rally from Nortlogic trying to stabilize here over on towards the point. Blocking the Expire on these mines. Still, they have the numbers to fight this back. Met trying to come in, has Pulse mode. Dire has already fallen to the hack and the hack and that virus. And right now, a free 20% or so, but that will be the Savage Storm forced retreat as Prague Plague once again maintain control.
It was a nice flip for the start from the Storm, but I mean, you're gonna need a little bit more than that. You need a bit more stability on your backline. And an early rush out. They want to try and catch out Dire, and they're gonna get that kill. So very costly pick on Dire. He will be back a little bit faster on the ball, but the lead definitely in favor of the Prague Plague now.
Yeah, I was about to say Dire need to swap off this ball immediately here because they're going full counter comp. And now go over on the Zarya, which is way better in this look. No Lucio to get Dire really into position, so that's be a very slow approach here. Building that energy, slowly but surely walking your way towards this point. But nothing too much really could burn down the Zarya either quickly. No real burst damage to Lucio. Not too necessary here. Looking for the ultimates for it, especially this hyper rush has to be massive. But NX2 already finding Met down your Tracer. No real follow-up on these dives for Met right now, but we have an unfortunate positioning as well for that Kusina rush. The EMP comes in the back line, lands onto 3. And that's just going to be the cleanup there for the Prague Plague as Dire connect the energy in time. And that's going to be a second point going for the Prague Plague as they look dominant so far on this composition.
Yeah, and like I think this map choice really and composition as a whole is really catching the Savage Storm off guard. It feels like they're just not prepared for a lot of these ultimates coming in, the Blade, the EMP. They just go super aggressive, and even like being able to turn and burn onto Dire, force him off that Wrecking Ball. Like very good ult combinations for the Prague Plague so far, and just like team play. We'll see now that the Savage Storm have an ult advantage. See what they can make of this fight.
Yeah, Met's Pulse Bomb could land and potentially shut down supports here. Suzu has been forced. Is that the go key? Lands over on the shield. Nor Aldrich, but cannot survive the follow-up. Bomb out from Mardox in the back end of it, trying to find one. Won't find anything. But look at the remember. Finds a squish, though, on a Pokemon guy in the middle of the overclock. Shuts that ultimate down before really finds anything. Still, the point will go for the Savage Storm as Mardox just not able to stabilize through that. And Pokemon guy finally swaps over onto the Soldier, I suppose. Wouldn't mind seeing something like a Reaper again or a Cassidy, but still the Soldier in Pokemon Guy's pool. His comfort. Make it work.
Yeah, Martis is going to be going over onto the Hazard. Doesn't want to give Dire that high charge. The difference maker in that fight was going to be Dire. I mean, you can just stand in the middle of point, gain energy, and if they don't focus you, just send bubbles to whoever's ulting at that point in time. Holding the line, and he's going to get hacked out, actually, so he needs bubble defensively, and he's going to pop that Grav.
A huge Graviton Surge, and Neurology pops in that rally on top of it as well. Do they have the follow-up to stay alive in this one? They do not. So a huge investment there for him as they're going to use both support almost. They're going to lose that one out to the look of that Graviton Surge. Dire laying it down, catching all members they needed.
Yeah, more swaps coming in. Turtle's going to be over onto the Venture. There's completely swapping around Dire's cadence. So we'll see if Dire can be able to keep the pace, keep the tempo, especially without a Lucio, something that the Savage Storm definitely want to run here. But time is ticking down. Mardox likely going to be forced to touch on the point, and Wall is out.
Dire falling very low, but has the bullets to survive through this Annex, popping this Blade on the back line, but Strudel down. Going to be exchanged out quickly for Space Maker, though. Pokemon guys well caught with the Blade. Hyper 1 HP on the teleport away, and the dash through from Mardox is enough, but Met and Dire are still alive. Dire has full charge, but Annex has a dash on through. And now it's just Met against 2. Do they have it in them right now? They do not, as Senemi lands that kunai between the eyes, and that will be a flip here for the Prague Plague, but it cost them everything they had.
They had to use a lot to get back into that fight. I mean, a great play by Annex again, always good for 2, it feels like so far throughout the series, but I think the Prague Plague will need a little bit more than that if they want to at least win this Saravasa point in 3-0 fashion, because they still have a lot of ults to answer with on the other side. Luckily, you are going to have this downpour to really counteract this rush. I wouldn't be surprised to see it come out right now.
The Casita rush, it got caught in the stairs. It didn't go anywhere. And it's going to be a quick reset. It was not able to get to the point.
Yeah.
It wasn't able to get to the point, and also then Dire didn't have the bubble regen they needed, and you invest in the Pulse Bomb there as well, so now you have nothing on your side. Walking into Senemi's rush, this could be devastating now for the Savage Storm.
Yeah, you don't really have anything else to clap back with. If you're the Prague Plague, you just want to go fast here with this Curie rush. You want to just cut somebody out early in the fight and force like these desperation touches. Pokemon got closest to the ult, but still has a lot of distance to coverage if they want to make this comeback.
90% here, the touch comes on through, but here comes the Consumer Rush to match that one out. Met falling so low on the support line, but does get out with their life. Dire does not, however, have the bubbles to surveying through on this one. Pokemon guy cannot build up the final percentages of that visor, and Senemi finds 3 in that Consumer Rush, and that'll be a quick 3-0 there for the Prague Plague as they set up strong here. And Senemi let me know in the match chat there.
Yeah, Senemi moving different right now on that Kiriko.
Play of the game.
Annex 2K Blade.
Which one will it be, though? Is the question.
It'll be this one that kills the rally. Those two dances.
I was about to say, lucky TP out in time. Yeah, it was about to be a 3K build, and we can't have that, Booney.
Yeah, that would ruin my narrative. So we'll keep that one going. So to a quick little map break here inside Savage Storm on the back foot in our final day of week 3 of stage 1. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
And welcome back, everybody, to Overwatch Season 9, Stage 1, Week 3, Prague Plague vs. Savage Storm. Prague Plague taking our first map of Cervasa in a 3-0 sweep. And now we're going over to Samoa. And the bans coming through here, Savage Storm not liking what they saw from sending me on the Kiriko, wanting to send that to the dumpster. And, I mean, just the other team, the Prague Plague, just saying, nope, Dyer, you are not playing tank anymore. No more Zarya for you, which is a very fair ban. Does take that for the rest of the series, though, and to counter that one out, the Savage Storm have thrown Spacemaker over on the tank. Dyer, the DPS map uses in on the support, and as for the other side, no swaps for the Plague. So, we're going this map of Samoa. We were kind of talking in the break how both these teams leaving Escort and Hybrid still on the board here for later in the series, and the Plague holding on the missile comp for 3 and potentially 4 if needed.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing a lot of what we expect out from the Storm here. They want to go on more of this like hyper like brawly composition with the Ram, with the Symmetra, and Dyer going over onto the Sojourn. Well, the side of the Plague are going to do some more of the same. Obviously, Sanemi has to swap off for this Kiriko, but going to Baptiste, that's something that's pretty scary for a hit-scan player to be on.
Yeah, give Senemi a gun and see what they can do, especially going up against like the Merch Pocket Sojourn here. It's going to Dyer to put a lot on their shoulders because Spacemaker will just be there for blocking and slopping. Not too much they can really do except for just try to live as long as they can. No Lucio, no main support for them, but does force them out pretty early here, walking the way Suzu or the dig from Strudel comes out. Your tie from Senemi, not going to do too much here. Strudel on tough spot looking for a kill here. The follow-up is there on a Hybrid. The Immortality field just in time, keeping that Baptiste standing. Met forced to recall as well. No picks for either side just yet, but Bardox is falling fairly low here as first control going the way of the Savage Storm. Spacemaker walking in with that Ram form. Does take a lot of damage here, however, and the healing is getting DM'd off by Mardox. So Hyper trying to keep their mantra standing in this fray. Dyer does find the Immortality field, still no pick for either team just yet. Nobody wanting to be the first one to fall. Point is being contested so far right now by Strudel underground. But Dyer with the Mercy Pocket has to find one here. Annex 1 HP, but the deflect is just in time to keep the Genji standing. They're still fighting this one here. Cruz sending me whip out that field, and they're finally going to get his kills through that window, finding 3, make that 4 for the Prague Plague, as Savage Storm forced to reset again.
And that's like surprisingly like, it's one of the disadvantages to having a Mercy in this kid's situation, because, I mean, Sanmi just spent an entire fight healing, Nort Logic is just like fending off the backline, so Sanmi is getting all that healing, he's just first to ult every single time, like every single iteration you're doing this. Like, Hyper and Cass are just splitting the heals a little bit too much between themselves, so Sanmi will always have the first ult.
Strudel 1 HP on the escape. We'll get out in time, though. We'll get healed up by the backline, so... Okay, but Met there meet him, I guess. Met was just out of their LOS and dives on in for a quick kill. Pulse Bomb online here for Met, but Bomb has been forced by Mardox in the backline, trying to take the 1v2 against the Mercy and the Sojourn. Nort falling so low in the backline. Nort still surviving here. Pulse Bomb is going to stick, but the Retire Field is there to keep him up for a couple seconds longer. They will eventually fall here, and Nort as well. A lot of ult being put in here for the Prague Plague, but looks like they are being forced to reset. Strudel's there for the contest, though, as well as Mardox, so it is still a widow situation for him, perhaps. 4 HP for and Mardox, and Strudel uses in that Tectonic Shock in a very disadvantaged situation, potentially an ult they're going to want back. Okay, they're going to swap anyway to France. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and very costly fight on both sides. Now just left with the Annex Blade. We see Mardox making the swap over onto the Ramatra, and Nort's going to go with the Juno, so they have a bit more speed, hopefully to tempo onto this backline. Hyper and Mommy just have to be super, super careful about these walk-ups and walk-ins here. And Sanmi almost close to a second window as well, too, but Hyper's going to go first with his OC to back it up, and oh my gosh, Booney.
Dire with a Mercy Pocket through a back window. That's a lot of damage with Overclock on top of it all. Dire going to find their third this fight here, and now the hard push into the spawn, looking for more. Nort Logic gets 1 HP over on the side. Can they get this kill? They cannot. Nort got the moves, and then Juno's going to survive. The Martian stands strong. But now it's last fight territory here. You're going to Pulse Bomb. It's up to, again, Annex 2 to find this blade and find the value.
They did a really good job of marking off Annex on the off angle. You can see Met trying to do it still actively and has this Pulse Bomb. So if you get the early kill on Annex, that can be a completely game-changing kill. Deflex has already been forced, and he has to dash all the way out to re-meet with his team.
Oh.
You know, Mardox finding the angle, and oh my god, Annex is down.
Yeah, Dire again find that kill. Even Field is taken down by the Pulse Bomb as well. Met being induced in the back line, and here they come as the Prague Plague are being forced to get that reset and go and fight for point number 2. As Savage Storm take our first one in a fairly comfortable fashion there with this Mercy Pocket of Dire putting in the work.
Score 0-1.
And Dire just might be the GOAT after that play. Just finds 3. I mean, you have like literally every single supportive resource coming into you, as well as an ultimate, but absolutely clinical in shutting down. And Annex just never had the chance to get his 2 with Blade that time because they just didn't really have a chance to fit. I mean, so you do obviously want to split and take those off angles to like start the map, and when you're off of Diva, I mean, you want Annex to be doing it. You can't really send like Mardox on that angle by themselves, but at the same time, like, you're just gonna get run down. You're just gonna get taken out. If Dire's allowed to build rails like that and keep like punishing people's heads, I mean, there's not really much you can do. But the side of the Plague are gonna opt into a more divey composition, so we'll see how specifically the backline of the Storm are gonna adapt to this.
Yeah, they just need to also look at the stats on this lobby. Like, the most deaths in the lobby is 4. So very slow gameplay for both teams right now. Not wanting to really feed on in. Potentially a lot faster now with a swap of Mardox over on towards this. And then he's going to get slowed down with Strudel with the 1v1 over against Met, though. So it takes the Tracer out of the play. And now Spacemaker forced to drop. Use that field to just try to stay alive. Use that form just to kind of bash away Nort Logic, but will survive. Another nice wall from Mardox. Forces Spacemaker away, and with both DPS down now for the Savage Storm, they are going to be forced to reset. Met has returned to the fray, though, just in time, so 4-on-5 still happening. Now the rest comes through, so still, that's now 5-on-5 here once again. And Cruz, Senemi's in a tough position now. Hazy Vertifield trying to get away. Mommy Issues down, and Strudel on the Tracer putting in some work right now in the back line. Finds 3 the spites. Yeah, this could be enough here. Gets get reset, but definitely did their job.
Yeah, and you can see Dire already making the swap over this dive a little bit too strong for him, so he's going to be moving over onto the Cassidy, and actually Hyper going to commit to the Moira, so we're going to see some Moira Mercy gameplay in 2025.
I know that me and you as gold players see this one quite often in War, so we know how this composition works, but Pulse Bomb comes through out from Strudel, not going to find anything but the air. Met having one of their own, where side invested on in. I mean, Hyper just sucking their way on through. Pulse Bomb again into a wall, so near to Pulse find the value need, but Nordic taken down with Spacemakers walking him on in. They're going to lose out on that Ramatra, however, and 2 quick kills coming through on top of Senemi's window, and that'll be a reset forced as Prague play continue to hold here strong.
Yeah, and you gotta stay a little bit more stacked here if you are the Storm in that fight. When you have the Moira healing, it's really hard to get like the supportive resources, especially and the Mercy healing too. You really have to just be like tied together at the hip. The only person that can really take like these hard off angles is Met. You can see the Storm splitting a lot there in this fight. But now they do have the Ramatra ult, so looking to pop that. No ult on the other side of it, but if the fight goes long, Nort will have a chance to get the rally online.
Annex caught into a position, they're forced to go away. Ibertifield is forced here early as well. Do they have the follow-up here with Met and Dyer in the back line right now? Met taken down by Annex too. Doesn't need the blade for that time. Investing in that rally is going to be Nordic going on in with their hazard. Trying to keep Mardox alive. Dyer with the high noon on the other side, but will get taken by Strudel. I mean, Strudel been putting in some devastating work here on this Tracer, making it look just like, I don't know, like 2018 Strudel all over again. Unk might still have it. The res comes through over onto our Spacemaker, but doesn't have the ultimate to actually stay alive as long as possible. Will get taken down almost immediately here, and Met taking Strudel again. And that will be the second point going the way of the Prague play, going all the way to 3 here on Samoa.
Score 1.
Yeah, and that dive style is working definitely a lot better when it's a little bit less coarse quarters. It allows the Plague to really open up their composition a little bit more, and I think that's what they're going to stick with. I would love to see some different adaptations from the Storm, though. It feels like this
Orissa's good.
style that they're playing. Orissa's good, Genji's good, Lucio I like as well. And yeah, this looks a lot better, in my opinion, Booney.
Junker Queen.
It can work.
It can work, but I like the Orisa a little more to deal with Mardox, just personally.
You
I
just
think
play
the
like
spear
hard
spin-
burn the back line.
Yeah, but I mean, they're playing fast. They have the Moira, they have the Lucio. They're playing extremely quick. They are just going to shout in the back line and try to get this Baptiste or Brigitte because North's not playing like a Lucio or anything here, right? So there's no speed to disengage. So, honestly, not too shabby. I can see the vision now. I see it. I seize the vision. I might be 20/20 or I might be blind. I'll wait and see if they're proving me correct. But right now, looks like they're just kind of staging early over on towards this bridge side, waiting for that wall to come through as Met is now lurking in the back line, ready for the pistol to come on through. Here comes a shout engage in from Spacemaker, and now Nordic is the instant target. 1 HP taken down, and that support line decimated on this quick engagement. And Dark Queen, with the engagement on that shot, will be just good enough. Strudel and Mardox trying to bring it back for the squad. Looks like they're going to be forced to reset.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to take the fight. You just run down the back line every single time. You can see Nort already making the swap over onto the Moira, put down a little bit more
speed
damage.
disengage, though.
But yeah, you can help Cruz enemy in getting out of these engagements. So you still have to play on either like a super long angle or play super slow. Annex is gonna find the first kill though, but it's gonna be traded up by Dyer.
It's just gonna be traded out by Dyer, but the Moira healing now out of the picture here for the Savage Storm. Spacemaker falling very low on the point, will eventually fall. Met trying to do something in the backline, but Dyer and Met are trying their damnedest to. Dyer gets sucked dry though in the backline by Nordic. Will try to get away, gets a dash in it, but Nordic finalizes the kill with the melee slap. And Hyper 1 HP trying to get one last second touch here, and it will eventually go down, and 35% and counting. The adaptation's working for either side so far.
And the adaptation for the Plague that fight was they just run down the backline despite having Hyper on the Lucio. So, I mean, if you're the Storm, you still want to play this like hard brawl, but your backline can't be getting caught first. You really need to mark out Annex and Strudel on this angle because that's the exact thing that they're looking for. They're looking to get these like one-shot combos, these one-hit combos with Mardox, swing down the backline and get these easy kills.
Mardox doesn't leash in. That ultimate locks down Hyper on the Lucio. Not able to get that kill. No supports now for the Savage Storm as they are being forced to reset. A great ultimate there. Great downpour out from Mardox. Will solidify yet another fight victory, and they finally take lead in percentage.
Yeah, the target pile is just amazing. Like, you immediately kill the Lucio. You immediately kill the Moira. And, like, there's really nothing you can do when your two supports are down first if you're the Storm. You need to find a way to break through these. And now you have ults to do it. You're going to be very close to your blade. You're going to have your pulse.
Oh,
You do get the early kill on Strudel, too. So this is the opening you need. You just have to capitalize on it.
yeah, Strudel's hiding for a pulse bomb, but just gets caught out. And this guy basically concede this point here. I mean, Cole is the best here from Aurora. Do they get these follow-ups? They do. Marduk's finding 2 in the back end. Very doable now here for the Prague Plague to flip it back in their favor very quickly. Recall forced. Pulse Bomb not gonna land for Strudel, but they don't even needed. And they're going to flip it back now. 64% and counting for them. They're gonna have 2 ults here almost on their downpour online.
Yeah, but you can be kind of swingy now with the Storm with your ultimates. I mean, if you're taking fights quick here, you can get multiple really good ult fights in, but you still have to be super careful about this Blade. And another downpour from Marduk. He's just been building them so fast, and Crew's gonna go early with their ultimate. Blade coming out as well.
Blade comes out, Dire finds that kill, and here comes the Savage Storm. Norwich down. And able to win that with just the beat and just the Blade is massive for the Storm as well. Able to hold down 3 ultimates is now having to climb back up to 99.
Which they're being like a little bit more proactive with the ultimates, because I feel like they won that fight just because they used like an additional ult. They need to have proactivity with it. Like Sanity Crews used the ult early, and they could have ended the fight with that ultimate. You're playing a very fine line here as multiple ults come out, and this fight's gonna get scrappy.
It's gonna get scrappy, but Ymertai field out from Senemi, keeping them alive. Still, the gauges are exchanged. Baptiste down for Senemi, and now Plague forced to reset now. Cannot lose any more members, or it's gonna get devastating here. They do get out, but a downpour goes nowhere. As it's the Coalescence is all they need to bring that home. Oh, and the Drunken Queen. Oh, my fault. Just Space Maker built 34% in the same fight, so didn't act like they didn't use it.
Yeah, no, NX has this Blade. A pet from Matt, and the Pulse, unfortunately, is going to go wide. It's going to get 1, though, and Crew's down early in this fight. The Blade is going to trade out Space Maker.
NX2K!
It's going to get 2!
NX2K finds one, but no supports are alive for the Prague Plague. Do they have to sustain? They don't, as Dire swings on through, fighting Annex. It's just Dire and Hyper against the world, and they're going to win, as right now Strudel and Marduk are too strong. And that's going to be the Prague Plague, seemingly taking this map home. Spacemaker on the wrecking ball for contestant. Nordic has returned to the fray. Mamish is also there. Strudel's pulse is going to go wide, but no ultra recontest coming through. Numbers heavily favor the Prague Plague right now. Spacemaker trying to save as possibly can, but just looking at everybody right now. Looking at the chunky hamster and taking him down. Cruz will get exchanged. Mamushu's 1 HP. Can he survive the coal as they do with the fade? But for how long? The chase is there, and they don't get a touch either. And now the Prague Plague are at match point.
Tiny bit of C9 action there, but I mean, you're down your balls. So at that point in time, it was already swinging in the favor of the Plague. Yeah, felt like the Storm had a little bit more fight in them this map, though. So we'll see if they can manage to turn this series around. But a 2-0 lead for the Plague in a map we thought it could be going to 5, and I bet Booney, I think it's still possible.
Well, you were saying if the team goes up 2-0, it's gonna be a map 5. So here you go. See how right you are.
Yeah, I'm saying it could. It's saying it could. And definitely still could. Definitely still could. But
it's certainly yes a possibility. It's not a non-zero chance, but
not a non-zero.
We'll see if that non-zero chance comes true. It says break. Don't go anywhere. Overwatch Clash continues after this.
Sounds good.
And welcome everybody to Overwatch Clash. Once again, Season 9, Stage 1, Week 3 matchup between Savage Storm and Prague Plague. The Savage Storm at match point right now. They are down 0-2. And we will be heading into a comms check here quickly with the Prague Plague in just a moment to get their insights of being up at match point here. So, I guess enjoy.
Yippee. Wait, do I have time to talk or no?
It's actually not good,
We
right?
got prod in this bitch.
It's actually not good.
it's been less than a second.
I mean, yeah, Booney said
Wait,
that
is
he's gonna
Dire
be here
tank?
for the
Is Dire
next two.
tank?
Yeah, Dire's tank. He's gonna be on Sigurd Zarya, and then if he's on Zards, then swap.
Copy.
Yeah, that shit's free.
Agreed.
That's
Let's
all
look to
I
hard
need.
punish the tank with nades, with the wall as well.
That's good.
My vape's on 3%, so let's try to get this up fast.
5%.
5%. Auto fun unless you got a Kevin Hart.
What are the odds they go with Widow? It's surely not, right?
They
Really?
cannot run Widow once on this map. I doubt it.
You guys
Otherwise,
got
they're gonna be on
this.
double hit
Trust.
scan. Yep, let's get
Good luck,
this. Let's just
everyone.
gel up.
Do it for Drew. Here we go.
All right, I'm preparing for Nort to walk back to spawn. Never mind. You can
Brown.
say it if you want.
Ooh, a Matra.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
Freya.
Okay. After shield, look for wall. Okay, nice.
Oh shoot. They're on me as well.
Ram anti. Ram one, Ram one. No cleanse.
Miss.
Chill.
Chill.
Sup. Oh no. Fuck.
Ooh, wall might be dead here.
I'm 30 rush already.
Nice. They're on May as well. We need carrot turns. They are the
It's fine,
faster
it's fine.
comp.
If they May wall, I'll be with Sig and we can wall ourselves up. May have.
Nice.
cut.
Nice.
Okay.
Long
look for
Ram.
wall. Yep.
Slowing.
Ram anti. Ram one.
Ram.
Ram still.
I'm still slowing.
Nice. All right, chill.
Ah,
Freya.
Fair.
Man,
Very good.
got that
Nice.
guy, though. Fuck out of here.
Chungus. Ah, the Chungusinator.
Big Chunk has killed my fucking fan.
Alright, I'm
bro.
playing for wide. Same bullshit. They're gonna have Ramel.
I'm playing for white as well.
Yep.
No swap. They have
We'll
ults.
swap. Yep, just Ramel. Close supports. First half. I'm gonna nano our Ash, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
May
Look,
close
let,
left.
let me off the shield. Let me know if shield.
Or close right. May close right.
I'm dead, baby.
Made on
Three,
the
two, one.
stairs.
Fuck. No.
I'll go.
Do you know one type left?
Okay.
Ram.
Low ram.
Ram. Oh, fuck it. Ramming.
Did I? We're Rainbow. Oh, gears on me.
Keep fighting.
3-1. Top right. Nice.
Nice.
You win that. You're two.
Oh.
Okay, that's it.
I have bomb coming back.
Fine. I need one push.
I might just swap for a.
They're gonna have Blizzard.
Fury or Juno.
And we are back here with just your lowly cast. We got a good insight there. You can tell how much of an IGLer and commer that Mardox is there, especially going into those team cons. But now walking into a Bola, walking into a Blizzard, it might be tough here to get this final push. A lot of ult on line from both sides, but Savage Storm has positioning.
Yeah, and we have this May ult for the last part of the point. I mean, it's very swingy. You can turn these fights very easily, and both are going to be popped onto the point, as well as the Flux. It's not going to catch anything. Oh my gosh.
From way downtown gonna land that in. Now Bob comes in. Do they just decide to melt this Bob? It looks like they will do so. I mean, that Bob was there for not very long, but Dire falls in soon after. So Omni compression coming through from both sides. Rush here from Spacemaker trying to bring it on back. Pokemon guy just barely gets out there with their own skin. But I mean, just look, the support's trying to bring it back here for the squad. But Mistletoe investing his Kuna Rush over to Rape for the matching here. Mardox 1 HP in the middle of nowhere versus Survivor. Just a couple seconds here, cannot survive long enough. And a support line for the Savage Storm coming up huge for the team. Spacemaker with another one here. Dire finally gets one, but that's just a support on combat right there for the Savage Storm. They survive all the ults and they have a huge advantage here now.
Yeah, and Spacemaker just moving different right now in the Kiriko. Got 3 kills that fight, and you can see a complete team swap coming out. And that's one of the things that I remember the Plague talking about. Like, they're expecting the Zarya, they're expecting the Sigma, but they did not expect the Ram, and now they're finally having to swap to just a almost complete mirror comp. The issue is they're still slower. Like, you still have the Juno on the back line, and you only have one ult this fight. That's gonna be the Mardox Nano. Is he gonna get the value you want it to? An early nade comes in, and North looking to swing this corner.
Nade comes in here met with the bola shot, right into the wall, and Hyper is down, and now Nort able to take that space with that nano boost. Dire stuck in the backline here. Mardox having a show here on the Ana for his last fight here. I mean, Senmi takes himself out, but it's not gonna be enough. The numbers are here for the Prague Plague, and they are gonna finally cap point A. Took everything they had, but they get there eventually.
Yeah, and very costly. I mean, you needed 2 basically nanos to get to this point, but does manage to work out for them. But now you kind of have to deal with like the growing pains of like playing this new comp. I mean, it's a complete mirror comp. My only concern is that you're still slower. Like, Martis has to like control this space, and you need like Strudel and Nort to like keep the space so you don't get caught early. But it seems like they're doing it just fine so far as 2 early kills come in, and Dire's forced to retreat.
Yeah, you don't need to control any space when you just kill 2 when they walk out of the doors. A good look here for him now with sending me closest ball shot as well. Early Suzu forced out a space maker. Do they find another pick here or 2? It looks like they are going to get out with their life. Senmi, though, it might be in trouble. Gets out and has a heal from Mardox, stay alive. Consurush does come out here. Bolo shot from Senmi. Not going to find much here. Dire is going very deep to find this kill more towards Senmi. Will eventually do so, but does fall. Got walled off from the team. Hoping guy responds with one of their own to shut down the element, but Strudel with the Blizzard might just be a nail in the coffin on point B here for the Prague Plague. As the Storm potentially get a little too big for the britches there with that push in from Dire, losing their Ram early.
And 2 very nice walls from Strudel, back to back, just on that choke. I mean, it's a default wall, it's a standard wall, but like, you basically have shortcutted the entire hardest part of the map, and it made it seem like you didn't even go into overtime on the first section of the map because you have this like full 2.5 minute time bank. You're able to be so efficient on the second half by just holding that spawn door, and they still have ults to use too. We're coming up on 3 ults for both sides here very, very shortly, and complete high ground advantage for the side of the Plague.
But it just a map flip, so what does this do?
Yeah.
The car's not moving. You can stand there for 4.5 minutes if you want. I'm sure the Savage Storm will let you do that as they just spawn camp enemy. But right now, finally the engagement comes through. Strudel first to fall. Blizzard out from Pokemon Guy. Is a follow-up there. North Logic decides to invest in that ultimate on top, but Hyper throws in the orbital array, and that'll be just enough for them to survive. Fairly heavy investment there for both teams, but coming on top is Savage Storm as they continue to hold the corner.
Yeah, very nice little map flip, and I'm sure this time you're going to have to clear Dire and company out of this position. The only issue is Dire's going to have that Ramatra ult. Definitely wants to pop it once they fully commit to this angle. You can see the Maze already dueling off, seeing who can hit a better wall. TC looking to force out this position. A nice freeze comes in too onto the nanoed Nort, who's now chasing down this backline.
Sleep does come out though, and that Dire instantly knows that that's the go button to get in this backline with his ultimate. Strudel 1 HP, get taken down as well. Dire finds 3, will eventually pay for their life, but that's gonna be very good and good enough as Nort Logic on point, trying to bring it back, but just flying out of the range of the punches. Will be the Nort is still holding his space though, not allowing him to take it back and hold the choke again. Nort can't get staggered here, will get healed quickly by Mistletoe, and numbers have returned now for the Prague Plague to continue to walk forward here. Nort within our form, ready to go. But the wall.
Nice wall from TC and a good freeze as well. And now the Savage Storm able to step forward. There's a question of will Strudel and company be able to get out for the Plague?
Oh, Strudel used the block. They might get caught here in the slow. They don't get out. And now you're walking into Ebola into a Casino Rush. If they go quickly and Strudel can't build a beat or can't build the Blizzard, that might just be this point. And just might be this half.
The Blizzard is going to be the key ultimate. I mean, of course, Cruz is going to have this. Bullet shot comes out and just goes a bit wide on a space maker, but just forces the TP out though. Nort now walking into this back line, but a nice freeze on the ulting Nort Logic. Nort Logic does manage to get the kill, and the point is moving for the Plague.
What Dire doing back here? What Dire doing back here?
Line.
I mean, it does kill Mardox.
Getting his value, picking up the highest SR player in the lobby.
Yeah, that was what the plan was. Just kill the highest SR player.
Now you have more SR fighting this fight for the side of the.
But SR does not
Out
care
of
about
the-
your. Oh, the stick from Matt on the cruise on the dig is huge. Bill's still staying alive. No, but
Guys, there's a point there, by the way, behind you.
Oh my!
If you look back.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wow.
Switching sides.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say. And
Booney, aren't you excited to go do a comms check with the other side of things?
yeah, that sounds like a
Have a
great
storm?
idea. Let's see what
Yeah,
Seth
oh
have
my
to say
gosh.
on this comms check.
The other alternative. Okay, my other thought is I can also I can match Ana.
I was thinking that
If
too.
we
If
want.
we're not getting like ring value.
I mean,
I think
I'm
it-
getting as much. I'm getting a ton of ring value. I think.
No, I'm just saying,
I'm done. I think we just stick it. Just stick
we
with
say
it.
the same thing.
We have time to switch to our other comp
Yeah.
if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So just go off what Dyer says. If he swaps his R,
Yeah.
go. I guess go probably with Kiri Lu. I can play different. Or I can play something else. We can play like quick. I can play Soldier. Just play quicker.
Gotcha.
Wait, is it? Wait, hold on. This character might go crazy.
Definitely Widow.
Do
True.
we
I
need
don't mind
speed?
it.
They
I
might
really
be. Do we want me on Juno or you want me on like Wu Yang here?
I want the speed. If we play Wu Yang, it should
Okay.
be Wu Yang.
Okay, I'll go Juno. I'll go Juno.
Yeah, just watch for
Alright,
Widow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just look for walls on tank and then poking backline. They're gonna have a very fragile backline if they're gonna play Ana.
Oh my god, that's
Oh.
me.
Yeah.
They are still May.
Yeah, it's gonna be Ana Kiri again.
Ready for your walk.
They're giving like a lot of space. I'm walking now. Miss loot, no wall.
Let's
I'm walking
walk,
that
okay,
guy. I'm walking
let's
that guy. I'm
pick.
walking
We
that
get
guy. I'm
first
taking
side.
space. Yeah, I'm taking space.
Your first corner.
Don't get picked. Don't
first
get picked. Don't get picked by poke.
corner.
Walking. Dropping.
Let me know if you want to play aggressive Dyer. I can speed ring.
I'm
You're
going
walled,
now.
but
I'm good at the battle.
I'm speed ring.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, man, down. Minabug.
Look! No Suzu! No Suzu! No Suzu!
Look, man, come out. Miss one.
Hello.
Okay, that's their wall.
Juno
Push
one in
them
the
for a
back. Juno
second.
one in the back.
Archer's in.
Yeah.
Our turn. We can look.
I can look to go to
There's
ring.
no wall.
Fairly.
I have ring right now.
Man. The back. Ram.
Remember.
Slip out.
Juno, look fast! 1 HP.
I can't see.
I'm fine. Okay, just reset for a
I'm
second.
almost have ult. Mason.
speed ring.
Wait a blocker. Speed ring me. I'm going. 3, 2, 1.
It's on your right.
Winnable. Juno one.
Big carry me.
Oh.
Let's please.
I got too creative with my angle.
They rushed that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Rush and that was Blizz. That's the 2 big ults. They're gonna have Bola. They're
gonna have
probably
everything
not
else.
even
That
close
fight
to
took
Juno.
forever.
Yeah, they're gonna have a rush. They're not gonna have Juno. I don't think.
And welcome back to us. Bit of a slower start here for the side of the Savage Storm as they try to push on through, but they will have 4 ults for this incoming engagement. Will be matched by the other 4 ults. A Bola shot, find the shield of Nort, but Nort has annihilation to the knee, but Dyer just melted immediately. The Blizzard Pokemon guy is just enough to catch Mistletoe, but the Suzu from Marnox will keep the rest of the team standing here as they're able to hold on to a lot of key ultimates here for its final engagement coming up here soon here, War.
Yeah, I mean, but both sides are going to have 2 ults for this last fight. It's going to be double support ults for the Savage Storm, and it's going to be a Ram ult and a Freya ult for the side of the Plague. So I'm not even sure whose advantage in this situation, but Met's going to make the swap over onto the Cassidy. Maybe, I mean, you can get him to maybe a little bit more shield break with this, but I still worry about the long range engagements. They're going to have to take these fights a lot on closer angles now.
They're going to walk in here, the open array though to force it back. The Bola shot does land, but the Suzu will be there to mark that one out. Senemi is surviving with like half HP behind a corner. They still not push down on towards that one, but Matt cut just strudel midair. Nort responds though with annihilation, trying to bring us back for his squad here, but just melted with the help of the Casino Rush from Spacemaker. And that will just be point A going the way of the Savage Storm. Has that been 2 straight comment checks in a row where the team caps is going to leave their voice channel?
Basically, yeah.
I
I think
sorry,
this cap
chat.
was a little bit quicker though.
Sorry, teams.
Yeah.
But walking forward here, doing that with just portal, because you're going to have the Annihilation, you're going to have the Met High Noon close. Strudel Blizzard has found value in the past, but if Spacebreaker will hold on to Suzu in time, it will be big. Well,
I'm wondering if the Savage Storm are going to regret not being able to take this high ground, because it's such an impressive position that you can hold now. You can rush down from this point, and now slow in a wall in Dire's face. Suzu has to be expended on the other side of things, though, and Dire's going to go in with his ult. Well, it's High Noon.
But they survived the dump of ultimates here from both sides here. Dire continues to maintain his space, but gets melted down by Strudel and friends. Look at the assist on that kill feed. So Dire's ult is going to go wide. Pokemon guy just resetting over on towards his cart. Strudel able to hold on to the Blizzard here, but will fall. So if they are just able to live here, they will have a slight advantage on the spawns.
Slight advantage on the spawns, but I mean definitely a disadvantage when it comes to the ultimates. Double DPS ult online for the Prague flag here, and you're a little bit split off is Dire. This bullet shot goes into the back line.
Yeah, the bullet shot isn't gonna find anything there. Pokemon guy chucks in the Blizzard from downtown. Doesn't lock anybody up, but does force awkward position. Hyper is down middle of the casting of their over to Ray, but the rest of the team able to survive with the help of that ultimate. Walking on down. Strudel getting a bit of extra position there. Strudel goes to the back line! And the DPS, the DPS are putting in the work. Strudel surviving this with the wall. Give it a robo-dope there, but Dire eventually will send him back, but the reinforcements have returned for the Prague Plague. A huge play from the DPS core. It will survive that initial engagement.
Strudel got close spawn too with Wave on Sanemi as well. So they're still gonna have this 5-man fight. And yeah, I think the Savage Storm, in my opinion, this is like one of the hardest chokes to get through, not just in like Circle Royale, but just all of Overwatch. Like, there's so many high angles to play from, you have so much cover to play on, and you're just now ulting in to the side of the Storm.
Misto investing the over to Ray, because rush on top. There's a lot of ults being dumped in by the Savage Storm, but no kills coming out of it. It's just not gonna be enough. They find one on a mistletoe, but their job has already been done, putting down the over to Ray. Bit of calisthenics there from sending me on top of this as well. And able to hold on the Goose and Rush. The Blizzard close to being online. Annihilation. War is looking desperate here. With the Soldier Swap as a Pokemon guy, you know things are getting real.
I just can't say I like this swap. I feel like you just have to play like, I don't even know, like just a lot slower, play for Dire's HP more this swap, and that's not what the Juno wants to lean into. And they're just gonna push the tempo. The Prague Tiger going fast into this fight. High Noon is popped though.
Oh, Nort!
And it's gonna get one.
Nort does fall, so no tank on their side. But no tank on their side either, as Strudel has melted down Dire's hero pool.
Where's the touch?
I mean, Senemi is just being a nuisance back here. I don't know if they have it.
Where's the touch?
They get it, and Met finds a kill. But do they have that health bars to survive on through? Mardox is there with the TP and the Kunai. And there we go, Mardox finding two. Strudel too much to overcome. The Doom has a turn from Dire. The Suzu gonna dodge out on that punch. It's just headshot after headshot here from Mardox. With these Kunai will be enough, and the Prague Plague will take home a 3-0 win. It will secure themselves their spot in second place.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not what I was expecting for this match, but great job from the Plague. I think adapted like on all three types of comps, like Brawl, Dive, and Poke. They're looking very good. I mean, see Mardox, I mean, cinema from this man as well. Feels like how it happens every single time he pops online.
Hard to argue with that. And now we got to give ourselves a match MVP for the Prague Plague. I have a specific person in my mind. I don't know if they match with you, so I'll let you go first.
I have a specific. I have two specific people in my mind.
Okay.
One more for the first maps and one for the end of things. For me, it's Strudel or Sanemi. Double S names. I don't know if that's an agreement or a disagreement, but I think both just played like really, really well. Strudel, especially on that May, and also on the Tracer, just marks their angles really, really hard. And like Sanemi, I mean, the Kiriko game speaks for itself at the start, but also doing work on the Freya this map. Nice bullet shots and nice job of like maintaining the space.
Yeah, I mean, my pick was Strudel because I mean,
Yes.
even in the first maps on that Tracer putting the work against Met, then the last
Mm.
one that Mage is so oppressive. So, I think Strudel would probably have to be my choice. We can bring them in for a quick interview here as well. Plus, it's always boring to just go to Mardox. Oh, 400 support player. Boo that
Did I say
man.
Murdoch?
No, I'm
Did I say
saying in
Murdoch? Oh,
general.
okay.
But
Yeah. Oh yeah. True.
gotta give somebody else.
Oh,
And there they
Oh.
are, our match MVP. Congrats on the win, Strudel. Securing yourself a spot in the, higher divisions. How's it feeling?
good, I guess. He's kind of startled me with the kidnap.
Get
That's
your
what we-
behind
what we
in
go
here.
for.
We like
it's
the fear. It leads to better
Yeah.
answers because you're scared for your life. It leads to better answers.
So talk to me a little bit about that match, Strudel. How was it for your team?
It was good, really good. We fixed our mistakes from last map by swapping a lot faster and just playing to our strengths, and then punishing their mistakes as well. So, and then I also won the Tracer duel, which is big.
My question would have been, how's it feel taking a Tracer duel? Because I mean, the first map, the Venture was looking good. Then all of a sudden, you whip out this Tracer on Samoa and start dominating on the other side. Not something we see a lot from you in your past. I mean, as a fellow Unk and a fellow R name, it's good to see you still got it in you. Have you been
know.
working on the Tracer, or you've been? Was that kind of like a
No.
panic pick?
Well, I mostly had to play it last season, so it was kind of from then, due to the whole Tracer meta coming into the limelight. So I still had it a little bit, and honestly, it's kind of just, it helps with my entire team comms, so it's like it makes it a lot easier for me to just focus more on mechanic too. So
Question for the group: are we all our names? Because I'm our name.
I mean, yeah, I'm
And
our name.
Mooney's our name, and I guess. Oh,
And
nice.
Strudel's also our name. In fact, we have the same exact
Cool.
name, so we're.
Oh, I see.
yeah, Booty doxing me in the last ESPN.
No.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
It's a very rare name, so they'll be able to find us very easily by looking that up on Facebook or whatever. It's a very, very
Truly.
rare
Truly.
name.
Truly.
Strudel, I have a question. Not necessarily about this season, but I've noticed just like a lot more. You have been like playing a lot more DPS when like at the, like not just this season, but like in previous seasons as well. Like, are you just like jiving with the DPS more? Because like when I started, you were like known for like your amazing support gameplay, but now you're like really showing up on DPS. These like not just this season, but like the last few seasons as well. Like, how has that transition been, and like what really started that transition?
The big start for it was because my SR for support went so high, but it's just like I wasn't getting as much value on like Kiriko, and my main champs or heroes like Bap and Ana were just like not as viable. So I kind of transitioned to more DPS, and also I played more DPS in competitive ladder. But the big thing for playing it more now is just like the SR really works out well, and then it's just like kind of getting used to playing DPS in the competitive scene more so through Aurora. So has been like, it's been a journey per se.
An experience, a life
Experience.
changing last couple of months.
Yes.
And speaking
Yes.
of life changing, the answer to this next question is always important. El Clasico. If you cannot be MVP for your team, who'd you give it to and why? I'm gonna give you an extra credit question. It cannot be Mardox because that's too easy.
It's gotta be Nort Logic.
There you
Pulls
go.
out the Brig. Oh, beautiful. I don't think he's played Brig ever. And he pulls it out.
I don't think he has either. I saw a couple of positionings. I don't think he has either. But always gonna give a shout out to the fellow Unk, I guess.
Yes, my
He's been here
fellow Unk.
Season 2, he's been here forever, but yeah, a big shout out to Norlogic. Look good on their matcha there as well against Dire. Always a tough tank matchup, able to take it and hold their own. So
Yes,
yeah.
my frontline duo with the May Ram.
It's a little too easy when you got the Strudel May behind you. But that being said, we'll send you back to your team to celebrate 3-0. We look forward to you. I mean, me and War will see you personally next stage as you have been locked into our group. So it should be some fun matches ahead, and we hope to see you. Talk to you again soon.
Big, let's
See you there.
Let's go. GG's.
GG's.
All right, War, that's going to do it for us here right now in the 7 o'clock window. Every game ending in a 3-0. The Hyrax take the 3-0 win over the Strays. The Bangkok Baby Girls take 3-0 over the Guangzhou Guardians. So we have one more game at 9 o'clock, and that will be brought to you by me and Fish for the Shangri-La Squirrel Squad versus Cats and Hats, hoping for potentially a little more close affair in that one. But any final words for us, your War Center? Sound us out.
I mean, honestly, like, I'm just excited for. I mean, obviously, I'm excited for the Cats and the Hats and the Squirrel Squad game. I'm gonna be tuning in, but I'm also excited for the next group. I mean, I really love this group format. It worked amazingly last season. I'm very, very excited for it to continue this season. I'm hoping for some more reverse sweeps, hoping for some more 3-2s, hoping for some more good Overwatch gameplay on Aurora Esports.
Yeah, we have had some very close affairs so far in Stage 1, and should only get better in Stage 2, so make sure you tune in for that, as well as the 9 o'clock game. And I'll be there, so I'll let my voice rest for about half an hour before I go live here once again on Aurora Esports MN for the Shangri-La Squirrel Squad versus Cats and Hats. Hope to see you there. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great stream, everybody.